evening. Welcome to BronxTalk. I'm Gary Axelbank, and this is our first edition of this program. It's going to give you, people in the Bronx, a chance to talk to people who are making news in the Bronx. Tonight, our first guest is Sandra Lerner, who's the Bronx representative on the Board of Education. If you'd like to talk with us, specifically to Ms. Lerner, then what you do is you call us at the phone number that will be flashed across the screen as the evening goes on.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show. Having been in District 10, it occurred to me that you're probably the only person that could have gotten a job with the Board of Ed and had less political infighting in the Board of Ed than you had in your previous position. Is it possible to get through all of these problems, through the politics, through the alleged corruption or actual corruption, and solve some of the educational problems in the Bronx or in the city?
We have to. Gary, if we don't do that, the city itself will be in a worse crisis than it is now.
Carmelo Saez is only the poster boy being made here because these people have legislation up in Albany that they're trying to re-centralize community, the educational system.
There is no doubt that this is a school system that doesn't, I mean, as I said, some of the conditions that children have to learn in and go to school in are outrageous. And I think what it says on a daily basis to some of those students is, you know, when you tell them, we care about you, we want you to do well, and then we send them to go to school in places that are overcrowded or deteriorated or dilapidated.
When I originally went to PS7, there was no PS24. When they built PS24, the kids from around PS24 went there and didn't go to PS7 anymore. So if we build Middle School 368, the kids who live right around Middle School 368 will go there.
Ultimately, if a teacher isn't doing what she should be doing, if somebody's not doing the best that she or he can do for kids, then a supervisor should be there observing that teacher and saying that and calling that out loud.
With large schools such as Clinton and Kennedy, I think one of the imperatives is to break those schools down into manageable units.
There is a feeling, and it comes from somewhere, that has devalued, even image-wise, a CUNY diploma.
Well, who's to say a CUNY diploma is devalued? For example, CUNY sends more students, minority students, to get PhDs than Columbia and all the Ivies combined. So that shows that the diploma is certainly worth a whole lot.
A student who wants to do well, a student who really cares about getting a good education is not going to get lost within Monroe College. And we pride ourselves to do everything we can to make a student successful. And you don't have that at many institutions today. You do have it at a lot of institutions, but we really pride ourselves on this, and it works.
If the mayor wants to have that kind of control, the control he has is hiring or firing the chancellor. But that's it. Let the man get up there and talk to us. Let the man tell us what he wants. Let the man give us his vision.
He says a third of the teachers in the school are on medication for depression or anxiety.
Goodness.
He says they're teachers who can't get out of the car in the morning to go to the school because they're teaching in fear. And then they transmit the fear to the students, because if you don't do better in these tests, the school gets closed, I lose my job, or I become, APP, go to the rubber room.
I believe that UPK is going to be something that we consider along the lines of Social Security for the United States. You're going to have children now that are going to be reading by the time they are 4 years old. And when you look at the empirical data in this country, kids that read at that point go on to graduate at a much higher rate, go on to get college degrees, and so that nothing but positive things are going to come from it.